Now once you've found exactly what balance fits you as far as front anchor golf is concerned, I want you to make sure you always step into the ball left foot first with that stance. So let's say you tested to be just left of center. That's the one where you have 6 inches between the feet and the toes of the right foot are even with the middle of the left foot. As you step into the ball, I always want you to make sure you step in left foot first and then get that alignment. From there, you're going to go ahead and take your stance. So at the driving range, it's always a good idea to warm up with some shots in the stance that fits you. So once you've isolated how much of a front anchor golfer you are, go ahead and play 15, 20, 25 shots just with that stance as you warm up. It's going to continually tell your subconscious mind that's the way you're built to be balanced, and you got to find the eye-hand coordination that works with that balance so it works for you. Okay? So once again, when we step into the shots from now on, you're going to be left foot first. You step in with whichever stance tested for you. Then from there you go left then right, and you maintain that weight distribution that fits you. The next thing that we want to notice with your setup is that from this position we're going to keep the head still and we're going to bump the hips forward. By keeping the head still and bumping the hips forward, that gives you the proper amount of secondary tilt in your golf swing, and we can establish it at address so you have a better chance of maintaining it in your golf swing. Okay? So we also notice that you're somewhere in the side on to on top range, and we're going to have to isolate that a little better as we go forward. But what that's going to tell us is that when you set up to the ball, your hands are going to be just ahead of the center of your body. Instead of your hands being in the center of your body, you want them just ahead. Okay? Somewhere, if you push them too far forward, you're on that left thigh. That's more of what undergolfers would do. And what that does is it gives you a lot more shoulder tilt at address. What we want you to do is level your shoulders out a little bit more at address. You tend to be a little bit too low with that right shoulder. Get them a little bit more level. And when your shoulders are level, your hands want to be more in the center of your body. But because you're somewhere between on top and side on, you want those hands just slightly forward, and that'll give you just a slight tilt in your shoulders. So as you address the ball again, get your hands feeling in the middle and just ahead of middle. We're going to go ahead and step in with the stance that fits you. Left and right, we got that balance, and then just bump your hips forward. And we're going to notice you're going to be in a good position now to make a nice front anchor swing. Okay, now that we have you in a better address position, we want to go ahead and understand how to get that swing started. In the past, you've had a little extra tilt in your shoulders at address, and what we've noticed is during the backswing, your shoulders have then turned very flat, and that your left shoulder is sort of running into your chin. What I want you to get the feel of is you have more room underneath your chin, and part of that's in your posture. If you get your chest up and your head up a little more, you'll have the feeling that when you start your golf swing, you can get that left shoulder to go down under your chin a little bit better. And we're going to see from the down the line view when we look at that in a little bit, it's going to help you elevate that club more into the mid-track. Okay? It's also going to help you keep your tush line, back on the wall a little bit better. So just by getting in a posture where you feel like you can get that left shoulder underneath your chin a little more during the backswing, you're going to find out that you're going to be in a better position, to get in the right track in the backswing, and also to keep your hips back or your rear end back against the wall as you're swinging. Let's see what that looks like. And one more thing, by starting from more level shoulders, it's going to actually make it easier for you to get that left shoulder down a little bit more as you start your takeaway. Okay, so once again, you're going to go ahead and step into the ball with the stance that fits you. You got your alignment, your shoulders are a little bit more level. And I'm an undergolfer, so this makes it hard for me to get these level shoulders. I'm trying to exaggerate it in my feelings so I can get it to look more what you need to. But again, you can compare in your video when you're doing it in the mirror, and you can video yourself and you can check it to your old mirror, your old video. Again, I want that shoulder to feel like it's going down and under.